Welcome to the yearly energy forecast for 2025. We have some intense blasts of energy coming our way for 2025, some opportunities to really achieve some of your goals this year. There's some rewards coming, but you really got to navigate this one because it's a lot of personal development and a lot of personal shedding, we'll say. Stay tuned. Well, it's interesting because 2025 is building towards a goal of some personal freedom and power, but personal freedom and power often carries with it some work. We can't just automatically tap into that energy of personal freedom without letting go of a lot of the old. So it's really important right now that we know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We've been working really hard in 2024 and even years before on many projects and many goals for ourselves and self-development, and not really seeing some of the benefit, but not enough for us to feel like we're really getting the full benefit, I would say. So 2025 is preparing us for that, to reach that personal freedom and that personal power, which holds a lot of responsibility in it for 2026, but that's an energy forecast for another video. So right now, the important thing to understand is that there are opportunities coming and we must act quickly. We must use our intuition, and when you do, it will pay off for you. We're going to be shedding some toxic relationships in 2025 and also toxic environments. And that's because our inner truth is starting to shine. Our inner truth is coming out, and we're building this energy within us where we're not going to put up with anything that doesn't align with our truth. And sometimes our truth it can be a little off, and so the universe will set you straight in 2025 to make sure that you know that you are actually valuing everything you are. And there's this kind of like a grassroots like uprising, like paying attention to fighting for the underdog. And that is coming from that place inside of us where we're filling the need. We need to fill that need of feeling like we can fight for what's right. So that's kind of brewing in 2025. And I feel like by the last 3 months of 2025, we're going to start to really, this personal freedom is starting to kick in, but we've already had kind of like a lot going on. And there is a way to handle this that is going to work really well for you. And I have some tips for you. I have 10 tips for 2025 that can help you really navigate the energy of the year, and this discovery and journey is happening within us. And I think a lot of us are going to be a little bit surprised at actually who we are and what we really want. So some of these tips I'm gonna go over them with you, and I just want you to take it in and realize that sometimes these things are going to come to you naturally, and sometimes you're going to have to work a little bit harder at this. It's to have that personal freedom that we're all craving and wanting. There's a lot of work involved, and you have to shed off the weight, shed off the baggage so that we can get to that personal freedom. So one of the top tips is actually staying in joy. Staying in joy in beautiful things is easy, but staying in joy in the mundane and the hard, challenging things as well. To know that in that space of being challenged, it's a lesson. It's like school for the soul. And the soul is evolving and growing, and so are you on the human level. So really important to try to infuse that joy, that bliss into everything you do, not just the things that are fun and easy. We're in a new world, and a lot of the old rules don't apply. So, really important that we look at this as a teachable soul, a teachable person. We look at this with curiosity. So, when things are kind of put in front of you, that you really kind of look at this with an observer's eye and also a curiosity like, I wonder why that's happening. And I wonder what we can do about that going forward. Important to take time for your emotions. Let yourself grieve. So this is as we move through this, we really need to make sure that our emotions are allowed to breathe, allowed to have time and space to process and release these emotions. Take time to mourn things that you thought they were going to be a certain way and they're not, or your own life, if your own life is different than you thought it would be. Take time to express emotions. Do not hold them in 2025. The next tip for you is silver linings. Silver linings are going to be very important. And if we broadcast and really share our silver lining in every cloud, we will help other people just by simply being positive. And there is a silver lining, trust me. And everything that comes your way in 2025, there is a balance. We have to realize we live in a world of contrast, but contrast can be quite amazing and it can be quite heavy and hard at the same time. And we can be both things. We can be happy and sad, we can be angry, and we can be very giving and compassionate. So you have to remember you can be all things. This is not an either or situation. Having confidence in yourself, because right now your own magic is coming forward. Your magic is just wants to shine. So allow your magic to shine. Allow it out. Allow people to see it. You have everything you need. This is important to trust in 2025, that you have everything you need to do the amazing things and to do the hard things. Step boldly forward when opportunities come. You need to step boldly forward because they do have an expiry date in 2025. If an opportunity or a door opens, you need to make sure that you're stepping through it as it happens courageously, because taking advantage of opportunities that come your way in 2025 will be very rewarding. Letting go of the old. We need to let go of the old stories. Come on, people. I've been preaching this for years. Let go of the old stories. Your old stories about yourself don't apply anymore. Responding differently to situations. So sometimes just standing back, no response. Sometimes actually just looking at something from a different perspective. We can't sometimes solve a problem from the energy it was created in. Mostly we can't. So move out of that energy, move into that teachable place, move into the place where you have that learner's mind, that beginner's mind, and you want to see something from a different angle to solve that problem. Lastly, make sure that you know in those last months of 2025 that you are never alone. You're never alone in the sense that you can always seek help, because it's going to feel like a journey. It's going to feel like and you might even feel a little bit lost. Like you don't really have the roadmap for what's coming for you. But remember, when you feel lost, there's a moment and a gift in that. The gift in that is to take time to settle yourself, step back, look at the bigger picture, and realize that this is a journey. And we are no longer given the same outcomes, the same indicators as we once were. We were once given like more of a, a picture of how things were going to be for us. And that is one of the shifts that have happened in the last year or so, is that now we don't know. We don't exactly know what's coming at the end of the path, but we know that as along the path that we walk, if we follow the intuitive breadcrumbs and we listen to spirit, that we will get to the place where we need to be. And your mentors are there. Reach out to your teachers, your gurus, your mentors for help. You will need it in 2025 to clear the fog, to see where you are, to take stock, and make sure that you give yourself a pat on the back for all this hard work that you're doing. It's been a while since I've had a forecast. I'm excited to be back. There's some changes coming to my YouTube channel, and so my forecast will take a little bit of a different format going forward, but I really wanted to give you a rundown of the year so that you had this, so that you could work towards having the best 2025 ever. My Magic of Mediumship mentorship class is coming up March 30th. 2025. Please make sure you register early. I have very limited seats available at this point. Get in touch with me if that interests you, if it interests you to find the magic in mediumship yourself, in your spirit connection. It was so good to be here today. Happy New Year. And make sure that you're reaching out to those teachers and mentors for help in 2025. Blessings.